Okie dokie then. Let me fix something real quick. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay. Long story short, I wanted to finish up a song. This is not it. 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 This is an extremely unfinished version of what I had before. I'm trying to get it right, but it doesn't sound right. Like, listen to this. Oh, sorry, let me do it from the beginning. It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right. So I'm putting that one on pause. Oop, did not mean to do that. All right, this is the one I wanted to work on. Wait, let me show you. This one is like in a finished state-ish. It's not really finished. It has like the outside layer of what's gonna be playing, but the inside is like not done. Let me explain. Actually, I'll save the one for later. This one is the one I wanted to touch up on and get lyrics for. I want to add some more to it, but this one's like probably one of the most finished songs I have. And honestly, I didn't have like too many lyrics for it. The lyrics I had felt kind of corny. It was like, like, let me send the lyrics real quick that I had at first, and I think I'm gonna change them. Matter of fact, I have my lyric book somewhere around here. Give me a sec. I found it. We got it. We got one. I'm gonna toss it right here. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it right there. Oh my goodness, I filled this bowl like way too high up. This thing's like on the verge of spilling, dog. Oh my goodness. Well, on the bright side, excuse me, we got food and a lyric book ish. Alright, so I'll show you exactly what I had in mind at first. This was a little bit ago. This song had been in this state for. I wrote it like. I made this song like. It was around the end of summer. So it's been sitting for a minute. It's because I kind of froze on the lyrics. At least I tried recording some lyrics, but the audio wasn't working well. And then as I had time to think, I started wondering, like, is it really okay? Like, listen to this real quick. I thought I could almost always understand people's lives. A little look in their eyes, and it would be no surprise. Hints of nervousness, anxiety, and bits of despise. Points of view, nothing that I could do. That was until a fateful day under a baby blue sky. I'd seen a girl I hardly knew, and she was really shy. I couldn't read her like a book when I looked into her eyes. And our families were put together, it was quite a surprise. Was the one who was in charge of that old game we played. Oh, it's around of Simon Says that I lost to Michael's name. The way the sun shone in her brown eyes cleared up all of the gray. No reason to pray. I was so glad that I played. Skip forward a few weeks and months, I felt nothing but love. Just a few cuddles, hugs, and kisses, but nothing more than love. I thought perfect was the new definition. Oh my goodness. Alright, that I sold that hard. It was I thought perfect was the new definition of my life. That was until I stabbed the one I trusted most with the knife. She cried her eyes out, and there was nothing that I could do. The damage had already been done, and I said that we're through. And then it was true, and I knew I'd turn a pretty angel's heart black with the words that I threw. So basically, this is about kind of personal. I'm not gonna name who it is, and you can probably tell by the name of the song. But I met a girl over the summer. Well, I shouldn't say over the summer. I was with this girl for about a year that I technically did meet over the summer, but like last year. And we've been together for a while. Everything was great, but then I just started feeling, I don't know what the word is. I'd say I felt like something wasn't right. Something wasn't, I just, I don't know. I used to know what it was, but now I'm kind of lost on the words. It's even though we were together, I felt lonely in a sense that I felt like we weren't really connecting well. I felt like instead of it being like a best friend that I was having a serious conversation with back and forth or being able to clash minds with, it felt like it was me talking to a void. Like I couldn't really connect with what was there. I didn't know what was there. And so honestly, I feel bad, like really bad, because she was like really upset when we broke up and she really didn't want to. And I just felt really bad. So I wrote this song after it. And that's where I paused. And then I was thinking like maybe I could go in the middle and hit her with like it was like a Naomi, why did you let me come into your heart? Somewhere like in the middle. And then there was actually another one I wrote. Hold on. There was another one I wrote. All right, another one I had written. Let's see. Because I had different lyrics for different parts. Give me a second. Because it was like, hold on. So the last part was gonna be like, reason to pray. I was so glad that I played. Skip forward a few weeks and months, I felt nothing but love. Just a few cuddles, hugs, and kisses, but nothing but love. I thought perfect was the new definition of my life. That was until I stabbed the one I trusted most with the knife. She cried her eyes out, and there was nothing that I could do. The damage had already been done, and I said that it was true, not sure what that would be like, but maybe little bits and pieces. And then I wrote another one. There was another one. It was for a friend, actually. I literally just wrote this like 2 weeks ago. Also, I'm letting this beefaroni cool down because I'm pretty sure it's like melting through my desk. Let's see here. It's this one. Also, if you're wondering why these look like this, but then these look like this, it's because I have a Mac, which is actually literally right there, and this computer. And so most of the songs I make are on my Mac, but a few of them are on this computer. And so whenever I like want to do something on this computer, I have to like upload them to here, so they just look like that. I mean, it's still the file because all of them look like that. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. I named this one Waltz because it's in like a 3-time. All right. Where did my lyrics go? Give me one moment. It appears I wrote the rest of the lyrics down in a different book. Oh my goodness. All right, I found it. Turns out I put it in the book of passwords. I have like this book that I always leave my passwords inside of. I left it in here. Okay. So this is the song. Show you what I had down for this. You were just my brother. You were my best friend. I would never leave you for another. We travel across the world. We said we never fall apart. Been there from the start till the stars fall out the sky till the day. Mother cries from the life you made. That's literally all I had. It was so short. Actually, no, I had a clear part, but it was gonna be after. Okay, so let me explain what I did here. So originally I had these two split apart, and it was this part, then this cello part, and then this part coming after it, which I was gonna have a break and then right after, but the problem was I felt like that was a little too short. So I ended up combining that, adding that, so that's that long, and then I added 2 more in the middle. This is actually different. I changed that up to make it like, you'll see. And then there's a piano part. More starts off, ends off, and then there's the final part, which should end with like a right at the end. And then the second part goes. I just started the part, so you don't have to listen to all that over again. Yeah. It feels like yesterday, the day you asked if I came, and I never came. And then, yeah, scattered. But it's there. So this stream is going to be to find the lyrics. And also give me a moment because I did wake up a little bit ago, so my voice isn't all that ready. Pause. You were just my brother. You were my best friend. I would never leave for another. We travel across the world. We said we never fall apart. Been there from the start till the stars fall out the sky till the day your mother cries. It was the day you asked if I came, I never came. And see, I'm still trying to figure out how to take breaths between some of these lyrics. 'Cause I run like okay. This mic is really sensitive, and like I don't want to like be mid recording and you just hear me going. That doesn't sound right. Because when I upload this to Spotify, no one's gonna want to listen to that. And plus, this is the beginning, so I'm learning new things. I mean, this is like the start of my musical area. We thank the Lord for my food. Amen. All right. So, to give background, this is gonna be a song about a friend that's like a brother, right? It's gonna talk about how it's basically a real. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a mixture of a real story and more of a description of the person. So it's gonna be a story that's gonna kind of clash a few of the moments where we weren't like 100% together on certain things, and like this specific person, I wouldn't say they have anger issues. I'd say they have slight. They can be bipolar at times. So it's gonna talk about how you know like different different areas like the little incidents, little tiny like problems could turn into big depression moments where next thing you know it's scattered. They don't really follow through with what they say. They're really upset, and you're just like it's not really your fault, but you still feel bad that they're hurt. And sometimes you feel like okay, it's not really your problem, but you know that they need somebody that can really stick with them because certain people, if they leave their lives, they don't really have anybody left, and they just end up sleeping in all day. And yeah, so this is gonna be a song about a friend like that, but somebody you still want to care about because you just as a child of God, you just love him as a person, love him as a brother. Mm. And this beefaroni slaps, bro. If y'all haven't had like Safeway beefaroni, it's so tough. I don't know how I'm gonna write lyrics without actually having a pencil. And also, I'm streaming this because I don't know. I feel like it'd be fun to interact with others while I record music. Not record music, but write lyrics. Alrighty. I feel like this is the one I'm gonna work on instead. Hmm. Let me think. You weren't just my brother. You were my best friend. I would never leave you for another. We travel across the world. We said we never fall apart. Been there from the start. Till the stars fall out of the sky. Till the day your mother cries from the life leaving your eyes. That's him dying. I want to leave the "it feels like yesterday" part for later. Maybe I should add that next. Now, thankfully, I can record it in parts. So if I'm worried about like the breaths I'm gonna take, it shouldn't be too difficult for me to record it in bits. Let me try something real quick. I have to sneeze like really bad. Excuse me. Premonition. Okay. I'm kidding. So, let me think. Wait, what was I even on my phone for? What was I looking for? I was looking for something. Oh, forgot to mention. We're all going to be doing different things on this channel. After a little bit of debate and back and forth. Thought I heard somebody, sorry. After a little bit of debate and back and forth, we're all going to be we're going to do some collaborations and some things separate. Like, call me Exotic, right? Yes, I know his real name, but that's what we call him. Because that's his username and a bunch of things. He makes edits. And he loves, different types of fighting games and all sorts of stuff. He'll be uploading that. I like music, and I also like certain games and whatnot, so I'll be uploading that. And Bloody, you never know. So there might be more people coming into the mix. There might be some people leaving the mix. You never know, but this is going to be like a collaboration channel. So my main thing is probably going to be music and certain things. Uh, Exotic's main thing is probably going to be games, and Lord knows about Bloody. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Why am I on my phone? What was I gonna do? Dang it! I wish I got playback. Oh yeah. Dang that Corey Kenshin. One of my favorite, probably my favorite YouTuber of all time. I love that man. He's just a regular guy though. We must all remember that. I'm actually glad he made that video because low key I was also kind of starting to realize that I was in the wrong when I was trying to defend him. And it's true. He's just another guy. We shouldn't be jumping on his case like that. I mean, we'll always have to help somebody if we know that they're like in need of help, but shouldn't be jumping on him like that. Okay. Nope. That's not what I wanted. When did this video even start playing? Okie dokie then. Also, I know this may be a boring thing to watch, but it's kind of like a on the record kind of thing.
And plus, if I go live with this, it helps me to like force myself to work on it instead of procrastinating. Because live streaming is like the equivalent of feeling like you have guests, and of course, when you have guests, you're not gonna want to procrastinate from the guests because you feel like you're wasting time. Okay, you weren't just my brother. You are my best friend. I would never leave you for another. We travel across the world. We said we never fall apart. Been there from the start. Till the stars fell out the sky. Till the day your mother cries from the life leaving your eyes. I think I will go with the It Feels Like Yesterday. The day you asked if I could hang out and I never came. And then once we get to the same length, we're gonna end up right about here. Also, these cellos do nothing right here. This is the cello, but these cellos right here do nothing. So I can delete those, but I'm gonna leave them there just for aesthetic, I guess. So we're gonna end right here, and then I might want to think I might want to do a harmony thing right here. I'm not sure. And I never came. Maybe I could write something like a swirl of panic, a swirl of pain and panic, flooded. No, a flood of no, a flood of panic, pain, a flood of panic, pain flooded in my brain. I never knew. Oh, okay. A flood of panic, pain, flew. Oh no. Okay. Swelled in my brain. Then it's gonna go right to the next line. In my brain, I never knew what I put you through. I never knew what I put you through. I wish I could apologize. The what if I try to do an Eminem type of thing where I make two words that sound nothing like, or sound sort of like each other but not enough like each other in rhyme. So like, so a flood of pain, a flood of panic, pain swelled in my, a flood of panic. Wait, a flood of panic, pain swelled in my. See, I have to make it work though. So it feels like it's today. The day you asked if I could hang out and I never came. A flood of panic, pain swelled in my brain. I never knew what I put you through. I wish I could apologize, but the tears filling my eyes made it so hard to. Ooh! Okay. I never knew what I put you through. I wish I could apologize. I could. Also, I'm so sorry about all this sniffling. I have like nasty allergies, bro. Okay. I wish I could apologize. I wish I could apologize. Wish I could apologize. Tears. What? Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Okay. I wish I could apologize. But the tears leaving prevent my cries. No, because I can't say but that fast. I wish I could oh my goodness, these what is that, bro? I wish I could apologize. I wish I could apologize. I wish I could apologize. No, I want to say I wish I could apologize, but the tears leaving prevent my cries. But I can't. That doesn't work that fast. I can still use it somewhere else. But let me think. Hmm. I wish I could apologize. Tears leaving. Maybe I should just go right to tears. I wish I could apologize. The tears leaving. No. I wish I could apologize. The tears leaving prevent my crying. Okay. Well, should I say tears? 'Cause let's be honest. I'm not crying over a little friendship thing. Cause low key, yeah, I was not crying, but it still feels good to say tears leaving prevent my cries. Well, okay. Well, if I say tears leaving prevent my cries, isn't it? Aren't you crying if you have tears? So like, maybe I should write. Okay, let's think. Okay, a flood of pain, panic. A flood of pain, wait, a flood of panic, pain slid in my brain. I never knew what I put you through. I wish I could apologize. Okay, let me see what the word surmise means real quick. I need to turn off my freaking. There we go. Okay, but I guess I could. I wish I could apologize, but instead I just surmise. Okay, I'm gonna say but instead he just surmised that I was gone out of his sight. Okay, let's see how this sounds after I blow my nose. Hello? What the flip? All right, let's do this. That no, because if I say I never wait. I never knew. Wait, no. A flood of panic, pain. A flood of panic, pain slid in my brain. I never knew what I put you through. I wish I could apologize, but instead he just surmised that I was gone out of sight. And I was gone out of his sight. Maybe I should just say out of sight. Instead of his sight, just say out of sight. And then that should literally be the end. And then we'll hit the cello. Yeah. All right, we're getting somewhere, y'all. I love how I'm saying y'all, yet it's just me in this live stream. Technically not just me. Give me a delicious beefaroni. It sounds like brain food to me. Really gets the thoughts flowing. Alright, let's try this. So I could either write, but instead he just surmised that I was gone out of sight. That I was gone out of. Wait. I never knew what I put you through. But I never knew what I put you through. I wish I could apologize, but instead he just surmised that I. But instead he just surmised I was gone out of his sight. I think I'm gonna get rid of that and write, I was gone out of his sight. Out of his sight. This is also kind of practice for like learning how to be emotional for like college writings, because after I have to finish at least my college essay soon. All right. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, I think instead of saying, I wish I could apologize, I'm just going to say wish. Oh my goodness, saying wish reminds me of my, I'm not like a huge theater kid, but when I was younger, in like 3rd or 4th grade, maybe 4th or 5th, I was in this school play, and saying I wish, I had like a solo. It was like, I wish that no one was hungry or cold or hurt or frightened or mad. It was like a whole thing. It was so silly, bro. It was yeah, I don't even remember what part I played in that. Maybe I do. I think it was supposed to be this dude named Mike. I forgot. That was a hot second ago, boy. Oh my goodness, blowing dust off the books with that one. That was an old memory. Okay, let's go from the beginning. So when I thought about recording like actual lyrics for the song, I wanted to try it, and this is also honestly why I kind of want to also bring this to a live, because I wanted advice on anybody who like knew about music to just let me know. Matter of fact, hold on. Gotta whip out the good old MacBook. All right, so I'm gonna head to DistroKid real quick. Matter of fact, holy snot nose. What's pop? What genre would this count as? It's definitely not jazz. It's definitely not K-pop or J-pop. Mm, what would this count as? I wouldn't say it's hip hop. I wouldn't say it's pop. Definitely not punk or rock. And I wouldn't say it's classical either. I'll say it's pop, I guess. And then let me use my usual album cover thing for this. Where is it? Right. Hmm. I need a photo. Where did mine go? Hold on. I think I know where it is. It's probably in downloads. Matter of fact, don't play that back. And if you do play that back, that wasn't me in that photo. That was a friend of ours that got caught in 4K making a interesting photo. So yeah. All right. Here we go. Okay, I need 1,000 by 1,000. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna quickly make the I always use this whenever I make something. So like 1,000 by 1,000, transparent, load image. What is that? I have no clue what that is. Why is it in the random file location? That was not there 5 seconds ago. Why is it 1 million kilobytes? Is that like all of FL Studio? What is that? What is this? What did I just open? What is that? This right here. What am I looking at here? Is that like all of FL Studio? Or something? No, that's 1 gigabyte, I think. 1,000 kilobytes is a megabyte, and 1,000 megabytes is a gigabyte. It's like 1.4046 gigabytes. That's definitely not all of FL Studio. Okay, here we go right here. I'm gonna open that. It's a picture of my dog. I took it like over the summer recently. I'm gonna do that. I already did this because I already have 2 other song-ish things that are out. Okay. I think that works. Actually, I want it to be more centered. We'll put it right there. Like right there. Yeah. Yeah. Export. Now let's try it. There we go. Song title. Best brother. No. And then instrumental. Okay. Okay. Let's remove that. All right. Now we're going to upload the audio. But let's go here. We'll quickly export it. Wave. All right. I'm gonna grab it. Okay. No explicit lyrics. No instrumental. Mm. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna take it off Apple Music and take it off Amazon. All right. Let me listen to this just one more time. So subconsciously I started that shallow word, felt too fast. Genuine question real quick. So there's a little pack on DistroKid that says social media pack, right? And it says get paid, notified and paid when your music is used in content on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. We automatically detect matches and pay you ad revenue from videos that uses your music. My question is, let's say I don't pay for that, right? Does that mean even though I have it here on DistroKid, it's automatically not going to come up as mine? I mean, that doesn't make sense because it's a distributor. And they're going to know it's mine. Will they just not tell it's mine? I'm only getting 20% of the revenue from this. Why do I have to pay? No, it's fine. I'm not a cheapskate. This is only the instrumental. I still need lyrics. Hmm. I'm wondering. Hmm. You know what? Let me leave it like that. Okay. This is one. I could have sworn I already specified that. Cello. Me. So you know what? I do not mean to put two O's in there. Let me put this back down. All right. Do not fall off now. Okie dokie then. Put our name into DistroKid. I'm also the engineer. Where is the issue? Oh, here we go. Please enter Apple artist URL into the audio music. Choose no. No. All right. I should be good now. Checking name availability. Please wait. Oh, I guess I just gotta wait. And while I do that, alright. Alright, I'm gonna go do some work on DistroKid and upload some stuff. Until then, I'd say that's a good first music stream-ish. I got like a page worth of lyrics. Don't worry, next time I'll have a lot more. But this is a start.